forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the Vato speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby Maine. Just caught a touchdown from the Bay.
I'm a head dog, fool, and friends had a pill run. That bitch got some dog, ooh, she know not to give me none. I might put some money on your boyfriend and all his niggas. Smack your little sister, know your brother, bitch, call them niggas. I can't put
brazen shooting caught on camera was a hit orchestrated by well-known Flint rapper Cliff Mack.
Man, a nigga tried to kill me. Shit, a nigga that I was fucking with. It was somebody I was fucking with and he called me out the blue. And it's crazy because I had just got a new big ass 9 the day before this happened. And this when I was young and dumb at the time. I wasn't up here and the nigga called me and he said, "Hey Cliff, I got a strap for sale. I want $150 for it." I had a strap. I said, I don't want it, but to help 2 niggas at one time. One of my people needed one, so I called my people and I say, my nigga got the strap for $150, he wanted it. They come get me to go get it. And my people, he tell me, Cliff, since you know this, man, go by yourself. If this your nigga, I don't want nobody seeing me. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go by myself, this my nigga. He ain't gotta see you fucking. His man saved my life. I ain't gonna say no names, but my people, man, saved my life. He said, you know what, we gonna go with him. Don't let him go by himself to go get no strap. We pull up and get the strap. I pull up on my mans. And the nigga just, I gave him the money and the nigga just stepped back and started shooting, man. All through the car, all everywhere, and no bullet hit me. And that's why I say God is the greatest to this day. God is really the greatest though, real talk. Dope ain't make my life, it saved my life. That's real shit. Shit, I was in the house with the lights off with just me and my girl laying in candles. And shout out to my girl. She was the only one that was there with me laying in candles.
State, local, federal law enforcement agencies all working together on this brazen murder for hire plot. At the center of it, Flint rapper Cliff Mack, known as the King of Flint.
Like, I got a big voice in this city. I want to use my power to let the young dudes know, like, listen, you're going to end up dead in jail in the streets. Stay in school, you feel me?
ABC 12 was there in 2017 when Cliff Mack was spreading cheer, handing out money to help people in need. A good guy who cared about the community.
Letting them know none of this stuff mean anything without giving back to the people.
The rapper made a name for himself in the music world.
I bought my grandma a new crib, she like a real angel.
Tonight, he's making headlines for a different reason.
Today, federal prosecutors charged this man, Clifton Terry III. But as you can see, he's a rap artist. He's out of Flint. He's well known as Cliff Mack.
Quit saying y'all looking for me. I'll be under the car.
Cliff Mack and Andre Sims' cell phones laid out the entire case for prosecutors. That case laid out in this indictment. Dozens of text messages discussing the plan. The phones showing each man's location at the time of the shooting, right there where the shooting took place. Text messages like these spelling out the payment. Cliff Mack texting that he will send $2,500 for Sims' attempted murder. Sims texting back, yeah, that's straight, bro.
For that murder, and then another murder, and then another murder. Even the feds like he can't be doing this many murders for the body drop.
Cliff Mack, a Flint-based rapper who refers to himself as the King of Flint, arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Federal agents say Cliff Mack, whose legal name is Clifton Terry III, hired a man to murder a Sterling Heights woman in November 2020, agreeing to pay him $10,000. The actual crime all caught on surveillance video. Despite firing 7 to 8 rounds, the hitman failed and the victim survived. His name is Andre Sims, indicted in March of 2020 on the murder for hire plot. He's also serving time for an unrelated murder case in Grand Rapids.
You Google their name, it's gonna pop up who they told on. You Google my name, it's gonna pop up who I wrote on.
Meanwhile, Cliff Mack was also charged in a separate murder case in Genesee County for his alleged role in an August 2021 murder case. According to court documents, Cliff Mack took a flight from Detroit to Washington, D.C. after the failed hit in Sterling Heights and posted a picture on his Instagram account of himself and others who appeared to be performing a celebratory toast. And back live here, we did go back to the neighborhood in Sterling Heights. We talked to several neighbors. They did not want to talk on camera, but they said that they were very relieved that a second person has been arrested. They've been following this case since the very beginning. Reporting live, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
If the government is right about 2020, this nigga was spanking shit. I know we heavy in the D, but where my guys from Flint at? We need y'all downstairs in the comment box ASAP. Shit going crazy around here. And since we're on the subject of Flint, you already know it's free our guy Rio. Now, today, I'm going to be telling y'all the story of another up-and-comer from the city. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the city of Flint, because I really think sometimes it gets overlooked by its sister city, Detroit. But if you don't know, I want to be the first to tell you, Flint is not a city that you want to fall asleep at. Now, for the past few years, it always seems like I'm doing research to cover these mob ties episodes, and it leads me to the city's crime stats. And there's two states in the Midwest that always have multiple cities in the top 20 of these lists, with those states being Missouri, with Kansas City and St. Louis almost always ranking in the top 20. And the other state is going to be Michigan. And it's always going to be Detroit and Flint, usually ranked in the top 20. And with those stats being numbers from all cities nationwide, that should tell you exactly how dangerous Flint, Michigan is. And the person that we're covering today, if the authorities are right, is going to be one of the most dangerous people to probably come out of the city of Flint, Michigan. And that person that I'm talking about is going to be a guy by the name of Clifton Terry III, better known as Cliff Mack, also known as the self-proclaimed King of Flint. Now, in this age that we living in, where the music industry, specifically the rap game, is just a mirror image of the streets, and the people in it are mirrors of those people in the streets, it definitely seems like we're covering more and more rappers. And I try to do my best to give my honest opinion on what I think the music sounds like or the feel of the music. And Cliff Mack is going to be one of those artists that I think definitely had the potential to make it out of Flint, Michigan. But according to the authorities, right at the top of the decade, Cliff Mack's career would turn sinister. Now, Cliff Mack, who had been doing music for a little while, would really make his presence felt in about 2019 when he would release his first visual on his own channel, which was a promo video for a song that he had called Foolin'. And from that point on, he would continuously drop videos over the next 2 years trying to build onto that buzz. He would even be seen on the news giving out money to residents in Flint, Michigan. He would release about a dozen videos, with his last being a song titled Popalot, which was released in mid-February of 2022. But all dreams he had of forwarding his career would come to a halt about a month after his last release in March of 22, when the government would accuse the up-and-coming rapper of being behind a murder-for-hire plot of a female in the Sterling Heights neighborhood on November the 28th of 2020. According to the government, Cliff Mack had agreed to pay a 25-year-old man by the name of Andre Sims to drive to the Sterling Heights neighborhood to murder said female. After details would emerge of the botched hit about 2 years later, Cliff Mack would end up being charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire, resulting in personal injury, as well as using a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. Now, on top of that botched hit, he would also be hit with first-degree murder charges for his alleged role in the 2021 killing of a guy by the name of Devereaux Davis. After researching Devereaux Davis's death, I seen he was killed in the Eagles Ridge apartment complex near the intersection of Shelby Street and East Russell Avenue in Flint, Michigan. Cliff Mack, along with 3 other individuals, 2 men and a female, would be charged for their roles in that killing. And just when you think it probably couldn't get any worse for Cliff Mack, in May of 2023, he would be charged with 2 additional murders that happened just hours apart on October the 3rd, 2020, saying he played a role in the deaths of Emilio G. Wilson Jr., as well as Lavelle Bergerick, in a scenario where authorities would say that the 2 men were shot by a group of people that included Cliff Mack. Now, to me, what makes this case crazy and probably not good for Cliff Mack is the same people involved in those 2 homicides in Burton are a mixture of people involved in the Davis homicide as well as the botched hit on the female. And in a case which seems like the authorities are probably getting some people to talk, who knows how many homicides that they're going to probably try to tie Cliff Mack to. Now, I've been hip to Cliff Mack for a little while now, and I decided to cover him after these additional charges rolled out on him recently. But I want to know what my guys from Flint think. He's labeled the King of Flint. Was y'all hearing his music out in the streets? Was he one of the next ones to come up out of the city? Y'all get in the comment box. Y'all let us know. Very recently, it was so much talk about the King Von documentary labeling him a serial killer. And it got me wondering, how long before we see a Cliff Mack documentary? Because this shit is just wow. Y'all make sure y'all hit the red bell and the subscribe button right under this video so y'all know when this real Trill Spill shit is dropping. Y'all get in the comment box below. Y'all make sure y'all flood it. Y'all let me know what cities we need to go to, what stories we need to tell, what I got wrong, what we need to talk about, all of that. Y'all get at me directly on Twitter, Instagram, POP_A_LOT. I got something I've been cooking up in the cup for y'all, so y'all stay tuned for that. And y'all know the rundown. I'm going to be back before you know it. Shit got Popalot. Whole lot of MOBB shit going on.